Hi, welcome to the Posh Seat. I'm your host, Jude Kiria.
And I am Dorcas Mundua. We are at the Posh Junction, Spear House, Ginger Road.
Today we have a very special guest, Michael Wokorach. Most of you know him, others know him as Gonya, right?
Yes. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Michael. Wait, how did you get the name Gonya?
It's a long story. I think it's more into how I take up the game. Okay. And I think people saw that I was very ruthless while playing this game. So one of my teammates named me Gonya, just jokingly on the pitch, and apparently the name had to stick there. And up to today, everyone knows me Gonya. So it's my rugby name. I'm happy about it, and I don't really have any problem with that. So it's good that they call me Gonya because of my hard work on the pitch.
Yeah, the enforcer.
So Michael, take us through a bit of your rugby journey from when you joined the sport. When was that?
I joined the sport in 2002. I started playing rugby as a tag student at Chadondo. I remember vividly my first coach was Olwayne, and Mark Olwayne.
Mongas.
No, Mark Olwayne used to play for Heathens. He was my first coach, so that's how I got interested in playing the sport. But however, I picked the more interest because the area I grew up in the Nakao Flats, and I think most prominent sportsmen come from that area of Nakao. So they always enticed me to go to the rugby pitch and try and pick up a ball and play. So I picked the love from there, and up to today I'm still playing the sport.
So you played rugby in school as well?
Yes, I played rugby in school. However, I didn't really play so much in O level.
Okay. Because
the schools I attended to didn't really have that much of rugby. But I got more involved when I joined St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence, Crimland, right?
Yes, I played for Crimland. I was the captain of Crimland, so that's how I took my rugby to the next level.
How did you transition from tag rugby to the physical beat?
I used to go to Chadondo more often when I started playing tag rugby, and I went through the grades of rugby, and eventually I went into to the contact sport, and that's how I started saying, okay, this is my time to actually go further and play the game.
So now there's a certain group of players these days who, like in my time, they just threw us into the contact sport. Yeah. And these days people start from tag. So what do you think is the best way to start rugby?
Definitely it's the age grade development of rugby. And tag rugby has actually helped so many people. You can see it has developed a couple of players who are now playing for the national team. The likes of Aaron, the likes of Philip. So I think it's something that we need to look at and see that we can tap from the grassroots of rugby and build the sport to the next level. Okay, so because there's no route out of it. You cannot start playing rugby when you're really old, because you'll have missed up on a lot of skill which you really need going forward.
The foundation basis.
Yes.
Okay, so your transition from schools rugby to club rugby, it seems to have been an easy one since you were already around Chadondo a lot.
Yes, and it was a little easy for me because you playing for Chadondo in your age grade, definitely when you go up, you definitely get a club. So my first club was Buffaloes. I know not so many people know, but I only played 2 games for Buffaloes. And that's when I was still in school. They always picked us up from school in Crimland to come and play games over the weekend on Saturday. And after that is when I immediately joined Heathens in my vacation of my senior 6.
So when you were in Buffaloes, was Heathens like a goal for you?
Yes, definitely Heathens was a goal for me, because you playing in Chadondo, your main goal is to go and play for the big club. So Heathens was a big club of Chadondo, and definitely my goal was to join that club.
And how did it feel? How did it feel when Buffalo separated from Heathens?
I think it was a good move, because we all need to develop different clubs in the country so that they can bring competition. So Buffalo's breaking out from Heathens was a good move. You can see Buffalo's is now more competitive these days, as well as Heathens. So there's no more tapping into Buffaloes and say, okay, you can go to Heathens. So Buffaloes is independent. They have their own academy. Heathens is independent. We also all have our own academy to grow the sport going forward.
Okay, so your transition to the national team, when was it that you joined the national team?
After playing 1 year for Heathens in 2008, I joined the national team in 2009. So I would vividly say I've now played for Uganda for 10 years down the road.
10 good
that's
years.
a long
Aren't you
time.
like the most experienced guy now?
Currently on the team that is playing, yes, I'm the most experienced guy because I played for 10 years and I have 46 caps to my name for Uganda.
Okay.
So now this is about when I ask, are you looking towards retirement after 10 years of the game? Because it's a very much of a contact sport, so the body gives way after some time.
Yes, definitely those plans are there, but I still want to push, probably reach half a century, play my 50th cup, then maybe I can call it quit for me because the sport demands a lot, the injuries have come in, so I think the body also needs some time to rest. And maybe to have a development plan going forward, maybe pass on my skill to the other kids and the younger generation.
10 years has been a really long time. Are there notable achievements that you would like to put across that you've gotten over the years, over the time?
Yes, definitely I've achieved quite a lot. I would happily say I've played 3 Commonwealth Games. In 2010, yes, 2010, 2014 and 2018. So those are big achievements for me, including my awards I've been winning, most valuable player, the USPA player of the year. And I think recently is the biggest achievement for me is when I captain the Ugandan contingent to the Commonwealth. So those are big things I look up to and say, okay, yes, I've achieved quite a lot in sport. And also winning with Heathens, 13 titles for Heathens, and it's a good thing, and it's something I look up to and want to give the next generation a time to also come up.
Okay. So on the table at the moment, everyone is looking around for Elgon Cup. Everyone is looking out towards Elgon Cup. So let's talk about that win. After how long had it been? 6 years since we had the win in Kisumu.
Yeah, it's in Kenya. It's been a long time since we had the win.
How did that feel?
Apparently, I wasn't on the
crowd?
team. I didn't play, but I was in Kisumu down there watching the boys and supporting them. I think it was a good feeling from the boys. You could see it in their faces that they had worked hard for the win, and eventually they had got that win. So it was a boost for them going forward into our home game. So it's good that things are going on well. If you looked at the team, not so many experienced players were on.
Yes.
They were new.
Michael,
Yeah.
guys, there are a lot of viewers who want to know why you guys didn't go for that first game.
I had my personal reasons. I had work commitments and I wasn't really ready. However much I traveled to Kisumu, I wasn't ready to play because I needed to give myself some time to rest, and I didn't feel mentally ready to play the away game. But I can assure you that I am working hard to play the home game.
So, are you calling it right now? Are you saying we should expect big things this weekend?
I think the team is quite good. We should expect new guys coming in. Okay, not really new, but the guys who didn't play in Kisumu, they're back in training. So it will be up to the coach to see if they can name them onto the team. But I would say they have put up their hands and say we are ready to play for the home game and to see that we win this title.
The Kenyan squad recently was released, and there's some familiar names now, some old Kenyan veterans who are back in. How does that make you feel? Does it scare you or you get excited?
No, it's good that they're trying to come back hard at us because they lost at home. So these things happen. A new team will definitely change so that they can see that they can come and get a win. However, I would say we're not scared. The team is more prepared for them. We're going to have changes as well. And I think the boys also know what is at hand, because the last time we won Elgon Cup in 2015, we actually won the game at home and actually took out the cup. So I think the boys are ready for that, and they're ready to write history again this year.
You've won Elgon Cup before. Which years were those?
Personally, we won Elgon Cup in 2012. That is, we won it in Nairobi. We didn't win the game in Nairobi, but we fought hard because it's a point margin game. Yes. We won the game home and then went and lost in Nairobi, but still our point margin was enough for us to lift the trophy. We won again in 2015. We won it at home. We lost in Nairobi, but came and won in Uganda.
Is there any that makes you feel? Is there any that feels more special?
I think the 2012 one felt more special because we really fought for that trophy. If I remember very well, we defended like our lives depended on that trophy because Kenya applied all the pressure against us, but we didn't crack down. We kept playing on until the final whistle, and we became victors after all.
Have we had a home and away win with Elgon Cup before?
Not one I know of, maybe before I started playing for Uganda, but for the times I played, actually, we get to lose. Either we've lost home or we've lost away, but I think we have more losses away from home than the ones we have home.
It's about time we get, don't you think it's about time we get that
I think
home and away win?
we have this, and the ball is in our hands. I think we can get the home and away win. We have an edge over them, and the good thing is home advantage is going to be on our side this time around.
As we know, the Posh Seat is not entirely about the life of a rugby player on the pitch and their time around the game, but it also comes down to beauty and body care. So, Michael, you've had the same hairstyle as long as I began watching rugby. That is what, 10 years plus. What is it about that hairstyle?
It's my style. I like keeping an afro, and I really take care of it so well. I don't go a day without shampooing my hair and putting on some conditioner, so it's the way I've kept this hair standing. It doesn't get wrinkled even if I play rugby games.
This man takes care of his hair.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, people have been known
Shampoo
to say
every
that
day.
you go with a comb to the pitch.
No, I don't
When
really go
you're
with the
down
comb
in
to the
the-
pitch.
in
I
the
don't
rack
go with
area,
the
you
comb to
comb
the
your
pitch,
hair.
but I comb my hair before I go for a game. It's just like you see other international players, like Cristiano Ronaldo goes to the salon before even a game to touch up a bit. So I don't go to the salon, but at least I try and make myself presentable. I comb my hair, and after the game, definitely I also comb my hair again because I just want to look neat all the time.
So I wanted to know about your pre-game rituals. What do you do before a match? Is there like let me say 2 hours to the game?
Yes, I have my rituals I do before every game. First thing is I wake up in the morning and try and stretch a bit before any game. Have my breakfast early because I don't normally eat lunch because of the butterflies. So I do always lunch, but make sure I eat a heavy breakfast so that it can take me through and give me the energy to play the game.
So with all
And
the
then I
experience,
listen to
still-
some reggae in the morning to just keep me energized for the game, and then I'll be good to go.
With all your experience, you still get butterflies before a match up to now?
Yeah, definitely. It's a sport, and everyone gets butterflies. I am not different from anyone. I would tell you, even anyone else around here would say the same thing. All the rugby players will tell you they get butterflies. So it's a natural thing that happens. But this is something you can take out when you start playing the game. When you hold the ball, you do your first move, it will be done.
Okay, so over time, I must say Michael has kept hot. Michael, do you want to tell us about your body care to keep up with the physique?
I can't say the same as you, of course. I can't agree.
But he's hot.
That's from your perspective.
Thank you. Yes, I take time to work out and keep my body in shape. Because you know how the life of a rugby player is supposed to be. You need to be in shape in order to play well. So I take my time and go to the gym in the morning. When I wake up, before I go to work,
It's a daily.
I try and go 4 times a week. So in the morning when I wake up, I make sure I prepare myself and go to the gym. So I wake up as early as 5 o'clock, and then by 5:30 I'm leaving to get to the gym because I go to the gym at 6 o'clock. Have 1 hours and a half workout, then I can go to work. So that's how I've kept my body alive, and that's how I've managed to play the sport.
Special thanks to our guest. He's a very cool, chilled guy. I've enjoyed talking to you, Michael.
Thank you, and to Posh Junction as well. I think I've had quite a number of haircuts here. And Baba, my Mr. Ice, I call him Mr. Ice, he has given me so many good haircuts here, and that's why I keep looking good.
So guys, you've had
kudos to
Posh
them.
Junction.
They do a good job. They are professional. They have good customer care service, and they are quite neat. So it's a place you can look up to and come and have your best haircut. For the ladies, you can come and have some
See my face.
good makeups.
Yeah, and they massage your head. You guys would never be touched.
Oh, it was
Those
nice
ones who don't
having
have
you,
wives.
Thank you very
Michael.
much.
That has been it with the Posh Seat. I am Dorcas Mundua,
And I'm Jude Kiria.
sponsored by the Posh Junction and a production of Rugby Nation Uganda.
See you next time.